Hey guys, today I just wanted to come to you with a little bit of bookkeeping business advice. So I made this post on my Facebook profile and I posted inside of my Facebook group. And I was basically just saying, like, if I had one piece of advice to give and like I couldn't give anything else, it would be, only go after types of companies that can pay $2,000 to $6,000 per month. Okay, and that it got actually a really large amount of like just comments, questions, concerns, people reaching out to me. It got like I think it was like 21 comments just on my personal profile, plus like 19 different likes. And then inside of my Facebook group, we got like 36 comments and like 43 likes, and like five people reached out to me. And it was really interesting because it was like it's a really, really big thing that I wasn't really aware of that most people felt this strongly about, right? Because a lot of people when they're first getting started, like they're super, super excited and they really feel the just kind of earning potential that there is for a bookkeeping business, right? Especially when you say people like me, where it's like, we're making multiple six figures, then I have students that are doing really well, then I have all these other people. And a lot of people actually kind of get this false idea that this stuff is really, really easy, right? It is very simple, but then they think, oh, Bryce has all these testimonials. Bryce can do it. I can do it, right? And they go and they try and like do everything on their own. And then what ends up happening is they get really lackluster results, or they get like one client, that client pays like 150 a month because they didn't really understand all the little intricate details that go into this stuff, right? And that's why I always advise like people to work with someone who's a little bit further ahead than them so they don't have to kind of guesstimate. Now, there's a difference between you making, $0 in this or you making like six figures in this. It's not necessarily just the information, right? Because a lot of people are like, okay, well, I can do this. I can just go get a client, I can talk to them, then I ask them for a lot of money, right? And that can work, but it's not going to work consistently, right? It's really about the implementation between the steps. So how to speak to someone, what to say in this situation, how to get someone back on the phone, how to get someone moving, what to expect, how long should this actually take before it starts getting results. And if you don't see in this time frame, you know that you need to kind of tweak this thing to get it to work. It's like all these little intricate details that most people just don't really understand, don't really notice, and they don't even know are the things that are stopping them from reaching the goal because they're doing this all alone, right? Now, if you want some help going and growing your business, right, you want to skip all the trial and error that most people go through, go ahead and click on the link inside the description below. It should be the first link and it'll take you to my calendar so you can book a call with me. And then we can see exactly whether or not I can help you grow your business. If I can, I'll just outline like what this process looks like, what it's going to look like for you to actually go reach your goal, give you a very solid game plan, and then we can work together to accomplish it long term. And if working together just isn't in the cards for you at that very moment, at least you have the game plan. You can go and try and, implement it yourself based on someone speaking into your situation and giving you like the best advice possible. Now, anyway, just kind of back to what we're saying. So you guys really have to be thinking about that, right? So industries, whenever I'm looking for an industry, right, I'm always looking for one, do they have contractors? Okay, if they already have contractors in place, that means they're not like skimping on money, right? Versus if you're going after people who are like a solopreneur, like for example, like a truck driver or an Uber driver or like a Lyft driver, it's like, dude, they don't have well, one, they might not have a lot of money, right? Because so it's probably the top of them are making six figures, right? Most of them are making like four figures, five figures, six figures. They generally don't have enough money to pay you 24 grand a year, right? So instead, you need to be going after people who are already paying contractors, right? Who are already spending money to grow the business, who already understand that in order for them to grow, they need to be able to just start really sending money out to more and more people and really just kind of investing like that. The next thing you have to make sure like you're in an industry where, you know, the they're kind of complex. And when I say complex, I don't necessarily mean the bookkeeping or the monthly services are very complex. I mean, it's more that they have so many different things going on that the business owner is really spread thin. And they're like moving in like 5, 6, 7, 8, 20 different directions all throughout the day, right? And they don't have a huge amount of time to do this stuff themselves, right? Because that's the place where a lot of people struggle and a lot of people lose clients, right? Is that they try and get clients and they finally get the people on the phone, but based on the way they like explain the service, based on the way they try and get the client, like the person's like, oh, I can just do this myself, right? So you don't want someone who's kind of in that position. I'm trying to fix my camera because it's not in the right spot, but you don't want someone who thinks they can do it themselves. And if you have someone who's like really, really has a complex business, is like running around 50,000 directions, oftentimes they don't want to do this stuff themselves. So you find someone who's already hiring contractors, then you find someone who doesn't want to do it themselves. Next thing you have to do is you just have to make sure you can build a deep enough relationship with that person, right? Because sometimes I'll tell people exactly what industries and niches to go in, and they think they've found the solution. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go after construction companies, and they go to like this 8-figure construction company and they don't know what to say. And the person's like, yeah, I'll pay you 150 bucks. And the person's like, Bryce, you lied to me. You said that this is the best industry ever. And it's like, it's not just the industry, guys. It's also your ability to talk to people, to be friendly, to be like sometimes, for example, like I'll see people on Facebook and like they'll only reach out to me when they want something. Like I made the post today and like I showed some people, oh yeah, man, I can just give you a list of some different things to kind of look for. And then all these people who message me like every random once in a while, they're like, hey, give me this thing, give me this thing, give me this thing. I'm like, why would I give you this thing? You ignore my messages, you don't want to pay money, you don't give me credit whenever I give you free information. Like, why would I want to give you more stuff for free? It's the same thing with these potential clients. If all you do is just come to them when you want them to pay you money, then when they do pay you money, you don't want to actually talk to them because you just want to do the work. You don't really want to be personable. And then on top of that, like as soon as they stop paying you, or as soon as like they just um something happens, like you're just like, oh, F you, I'm going back to whatever I'm doing. Like, and or you just kind of drop the ball and disappear on them. I mean, like it's no wonder why getting clients is so hard for people like that. Instead, like if you ever look at like the people who do get clients, they're super friendly. They're really good at making friends with their clients. Their clients just can't let them go, and then they end up having like the same clients that are paying them like 5 grand a month for 20 years because they were just such great friends, and they and then they just keep getting for the entirety of their business. And even when they sell off the business, like they can still get that client to stay on with the new owner for a little while. And it's just like just this kind of just cool spiral of you just being a good person, you working with people, you helping people out, you choosing good target markets, and then from there you just look for the right companies within the target market, and then it's very easy for you to go and get the clients, paying you between $2,000 and $6,000 per month, which for some reason seems like unicorns to most people. We're kind of getting moderately used to it, since most of the students in the program have at least gotten one client for like 2 grand a month. We're trying to make sure that every single student that goes in the program gets at least one client for 2 grand a month. That's kind of the new mission slash goal that we're shooting for this year, right? Because before, when we were first getting started, like working with more and more people, as we kind of expand and as we kind of brought more people in, like who had less and less experience, I was like, okay, let's kind of lower the bar. So then we would try and be getting them like, clients between 500 to 5,000 per month, with the majority of them we're trying to get clients for like 500, 600, 700, 800, $900 a month, right? And that was kind of the range. But then we started getting people who were, making a lot more money, like people who are already making like 20 grand a month when they enter the program, people who are making 30 grand a month when they enter the program. And we're just seeing some of those different things, that I have in my company. But once you get to see other people who are also at that same level, who are, making like 30 grand a month, 40 grand a month, 50 grand a month, you start noticing some patterns in the way they respond. So it's just like, these guys with no experience inside of the six-figure firms mentorship program, we've gotten some really nice sales and marketing stuff for you to be able to kind of command that respect that allows you to be able to charge, 2 grand a month, 3 grand a month, 5 grand a month. So if you want some help growing your business, like you just want to get in this, you're just tired of like trying to spin your wheels and figure this stuff out yourself, or if you haven't even got into the business yet and you're really kind of smart and you don't want to go through all the trial and error, then just click on the link inside the description below to book a call with me to see if I can help you out. And on that call, again, we're going to look at, where are you right now? Like, are you not started? Do you have any experience, or what's your experience level? Okay, from there, we're going to say, what do you want? Like, do you want to just work a couple days a week? Do you want to work like 2 hours? Like, what does your ideal life look like? And then from there, we're going to be able to design a game plan, or just a lifestyle plan for you to be able to not only make the money that you want, but also have the lifestyle you want when you're at that level. And then from there, we can say, hey, do you want to work on this together, or do you want to, try and take this on your own? If you want to work on this together, then we can do so. We can get you on board. We can talk pricing and fees and this payment plan structure. If not, at least you have a plan where you can kind of move forward with your life. So if that's you, I would love to see you on the call. If you're not quite ready yet, that's a-okay too. Keep watching these videos. We give a lot of great nuggets, tips, trainings, and just different things for you to move forward and make some money before we start working together. So I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you in the next video.